Hi, everybody. I want to talk to you some about creating citations. Before I can do that, though, I want to talk to you about AI and plagiarism. So, if you've read the syllabus, you see that the college has a statement on technology and artificial intelligence, and I added my own thoughts to it some. Basically stating that I'm not going to deny that AI has its place in this world. It does. There are things it can be very useful for. Um, I will not tolerate students using it to complete assignments, to fully complete their assignments and submit that work as their own. You could use it as a starting point for some brainstorming, and then it could give you some references to go to, but you ultimately need to be writing your own assignments. You all have very important jobs caring for young children. And what I need to know when I'm grading your assignments is that you know what you're doing so that we can send you out into the world to do this important job. So that's my little thing about AI. However, like I said, it can be so useful for some things, like creating citations, which when I was young was a very tedious task that you had to figure out yourself. What part of a book went where, what was italicized, what got a period after it. Um, you'd have to find the publishing information, and there was just things you had to find. There were textbooks published on how to create citations, and it was just tedious. Then it got easier when there were websites like Citation Machine where you could put in the information you had and it would create a citation for you. But that was still really easy. But sometimes for some reason, all the websites that did that were really good at crashing and it's just very slow. And you had to have all the right information and hope that you were entering it incorrectly. But now we can use AI to create citations and it's so easy. So I'm going to share my screen and share it and show you how to do it. So here we go. All right, so I'm in ChatGPT right now, and I am going to use the textbook. Bring this over here. Um, Early Childhood Literacy, Engaging and Empowering Emergent Readers and Writers Birth Age to 5. Okay, so I need more information than that. But if I keep scrolling, I've got a blank page for some reason. Then I've got all this information. I've got the authors, I've got contributors, editor, project manager, graphic design. I don't need all that. Publisher's probably something I need to know. Funded by. You know what? I'm going to let ChatGPT decide what all I need from this. And I'm going to copy and paste this information. I don't need that for it. I'm not seeing a year on here, and that bothers me. Usually there would be a publishing year. I'm going to copy. I'm going to go over here and paste. I'm going to go back to this for a second and see if I can find a date. Hmm. That's interesting. So that's rare, but you're working with the information you have. So I guess it will work. And maybe ChatGPT will have that information. So let's see. So I copied and pasted that information, but I'm going to go back to the beginning and say, I don't know why I say things like please and thank you to ChatGPT. It's a computer, but I do. Please create for me I'm going to go with an APA citation. You could type in MLA or the different types of citations. Or um, this book. And look, there it is. Okay. Um, it gave a website or a link to it because it is in the Creative Commons. It's not published out in the world. It was found this way. So, and that was something they knew. I didn't give them a website and it figured it out. They, again, not a person. Anyway, so I can just simply copy and paste this and it be my citation. Um, do note that if you were doing a full citation page, like if you had 5 or 6, they're written the opposite of paragraphs, and this line would not be indented, and then every other line after it would be indented. It also needs to be in Times New Roman 12-point font. That's pretty standard for APA and MLA. So you would copy and paste it, but make sure that it's in that format. Okay, so now maybe you need to include an in-text citation. So I'm going to just ask it. Okay, so now the reason it has these two options is because if you just included like a quote from it, if you would say, according to research, and then put a quote, you would put this at the end. But if you said something like, according to Schul et al., then you would have your sentence, and then at the end, you would put this ND, okay? Because you would have already included their name. So, like, let's say I give a sentence. Maybe I wrote, okay? And I'm going to close my quotes. And then I'm going to say, or I'm going to put it at the beginning. How would I do an in-text citation for this? Okay. So you could actually determine what you've said in your paper and come to ChatGPT and say, tell me how to do the in-text citation for this. You can do this for websites, articles, anything you need to cite, give it all the information you have and say, please create me a citation, and it's going to do it. And then it will see, it even gives you like more information about why this is correct. So, you can, it explains it, and you can mess with it some if you need to. So, here's the citation for this one textbook that we use in this class. So you've got it now. And then let's look at the other textbook, which is this one. Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to copy and paste all this. This one does give me a date. That's good. Look, it gives me a date because it even gave me the recommended citation. So some things that you'll do, especially articles, when you're using ERIC or EBSCO or the databases in the library, a lot of them give you the citation. So you don't even have to do anything. It's there. You would still have to have help with the in-text. Yours here. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this information just because we're practicing. Like I said, it gives you the citation. It also doesn't say if that's APA or MLA. But let's do this. All right, so I've copied it. And now I'm going to say, APA citation for this. And there it is. You do not have to include these links. I'd almost probably prefer that you didn't. They're optional. But the period does go there, not after the links, if you include the links. So there, your books are cited. I will post these, and you can copy and paste that part, and then you can figure out the in-text on your own. But that is the citations for the 2 books for this class. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you will use it in other classes, and that it helps you create citations and takes a load off there.